There is a moment, so soft, so subtle, so damn quiet, you almost miss it. It's not the storm. It's not the screaming. It's a whisper in your bones that says, something isn't right. Not the kind of wrong that demands attention with bruises or broken glass, but the kind that creeps in under the surface, the kind that wears your name, kisses your forehead, and makes promises it never intends to keep. That's how it starts for us, INFJs, not with chaos, but with hope. Because we don't fall in love casually. We love like it's a calling. We see people, their light, their pain, their hidden stories, and we lean in. And when someone finally leans back, when someone finally says the right words, touches the right wound, looks at us like we're the one, God, we want to believe it. We need to believe it. But somewhere along the way, that sacred connection we thought we found, it turns to confusion, then to self-doubt, then to silence. And that silence, it's not peace. It's not stillness. It's the weight of walking on eggshells in your own damn soul. We question ourselves before we ever question them. We over-explain. We overgive. We overstay. Because maybe if we just love a little harder, they'll finally see us, appreciate us, choose us. But here's the truth most people won't say out loud. What you're calling love is actually emotional starvation. And what they're calling sensitive is really just your intuition screaming through the noise. INFJs are feelers, fixers, soul divers. We don't do shallow. We crave something sacred. But narcissists, they know that. And they don't come for us because we're weak. They come because we're powerful and unaware of it. They come because we love like home and carry enough empathy to cover the whole damn room. But here's what no one tells you. The deeper you love, the more dangerous it becomes when that love is handed to someone who sees it as fuel, not as a gift. If you've ever stayed up at night wondering why you feel so unseen in a relationship where you give everything, if you've ever felt like you're slowly disappearing inside your own life, if you've ever had to rebuild yourself in silence while the world still thought you were too strong, this is for you. You're not crazy, you're not broken, and you're damn sure not alone. You're an INFJ, and the world doesn't always understand the storm you keep inside. But here, you don't have to shrink. You don't have to defend your depth. You don't have to carry the weight alone. If anything inside you is nodding right now, even just a flicker, pause. Drop one word in the comments. Just one. A feeling, a truth, a crack in the mask. And if this speaks to you, share it, subscribe, or hell, send it to someone who once made you feel like your sensitivity was a flaw. Let them see what strength looks like when it finally stands the hell up. Because this isn't just about the narcissist, this is about you. The one who gave too much, stayed too long, and now, you're ready to come home to yourself. No more apologizing for how deeply you feel. No more overfunctioning in one-sided relationships. No more translating your soul for someone who only speaks manipulation. This is the beginning. This is where it shifts. This is your awakening. 1. The Empaths Hunger. I used to think love meant saving, healing, holding space for the broken no matter how sharp their edges were. As an INFJ, I had this silent belief that if I could love someone enough, it would heal them. I mistook intensity for intimacy, chaos for chemistry. I didn't know I was being fed breadcrumbs while starving for real connection. When a narcissist enters your life, they don't come with warning signs. They come with poetry, with presence, with everything you've ever longed to hear. And because INFJs crave the extraordinary, we fall hard. We want to believe. We want to be chosen. We want the forever we always dreamed of. But what we get instead is erosion. You can't fix someone by losing yourself in the process. 2. The mirror game. They mirror you at first. Reflect your deepest hopes. They become your dream in disguise. It's not accidental, it's strategic. INFJs, with their deep emotional intelligence, are magnets to people who want to be understood but never reciprocate. Narcissists study you. They learn your fears, your wounds, your history, and then they weaponize them. What looks like affection is actually data collection. I started shrinking. apologizing for things I didn't do, explaining my worth, and questioning my instincts. Gaslighting isn't about making you believe their lies. It's about making you doubt your truth. 3. The INFJ's greatest wound: being misunderstood. The worst part isn't the manipulation. It's the loneliness. Because when you try to explain what's happening, people don't see it. Narcissists are masters of masks. In public, they're charming. In private, they're chaos. As an INFJ, you know how to articulate emotions. But when you're with a narcissist, your words get twisted. Your clarity is blurred. You find yourself over-explaining, defending your sensitivity, trying to prove your experience is real. The INFJ doesn't shut down because they don't care. They shut down because they care too much for too long and too hard. 4. The shift, from savior to sovereign. One day something breaks, or maybe something clicks. You wake up and feel the cost in your bones. The cost of constant empathy, of endless giving, of spiritual exhaustion. You no longer want to save anyone. You just want peace. You stop chasing, stop explaining, stop justifying, and they feel it. Narcissists panic when their supply stops giving. They double down, love bomb you again, guilt you, shame you, try to convince you that you're the problem. But this time, something's different. You recognize the pattern, and you walk away. Healing isn't loud, it's quiet. It's the sound of doors closing softly behind you. 5. The sacred boundary. It takes courage to leave a connection that almost gave you everything you wanted. It takes strength to admit that the love you thought was real was just bait. But INFJs are not weak. We are forged in solitude, tempered by silence, sharpened by introspection. We don't break, we bend, and then we rise. You rebuild. You learn to trust your intuition again. You learn that boundaries aren't walls. They're doors you get to choose when to open, and who to open them for. You don't become cold, you become clear. Let them call it ego, you call it embodiment. 6. The INFJ Rebirth. You start to speak less, feel more, choose slowly. You stop rescuing those who refuse to rise. You stop translating your soul for people who aren't fluent in truth. And most of all, you stop shrinking to fit into places you've outgrown. This is your rebirth. It doesn't look like fireworks. It looks like stillness, like peace, like you, finally, belonging to yourself. Some rebirths don't start with fire. They start with silence. 7. The guide for the journey ahead. If you're in this space, rebuilding, rediscovering, returning to yourself, I wrote something for you. My book, Get Out of Your Head, is not just a collection of quotes. It's a guide, a roadmap, a lifeline. It's for those ready to silence their inner critic, cultivate soul-nourishing habits, and step into a version of themselves not ruled by fear, but led by clarity. It's available in paperback, Kindle, and audiobook. Get your copy. The link is in the description below for you to check out. Because healing isn't about becoming someone new. It's about remembering who you were before the world taught you to doubt it. Dear INFJ, you were never too sensitive. You were tuned in to truth. You weren't too much. You were just in the wrong room. You weren't weak for loving deeply. That love was your strength. Now is your time to turn inward, to rewrite your narrative, to become the person who no longer needs permission to exist fully. You don't owe explanations. You owe yourself freedom. You don't have to fight anymore. You just have to walk away, with grace, with peace, with power. When the INFJ stops explaining, the healing begins. If this spoke to your soul, share this with someone who needs it. Subscribe, or leave a comment with a single word that reflects where you are on this journey. And always remember, your peace needs no permission.